Good morning everyone. Welcome to today's pre-market analysis. So yesterday we had a very bearish sentiment, like a weakness in the market. We will see what it can bring today. So I'll change it to 1 day time frame. Here you can see that. So yesterday it opened flat about 26,000. It opened above, but it couldn't sustain that particular level. So from that 26,000 level, it dropped back to our first support one, and it crossed below down that support one and marked a low at 25,877. From there it reversed again back to this pivot line, and it consolidated in between support one and the pivot line. And after that a dynamic support breakdown was given at this particular point and again closed at day's low. So let's have a brief look at what levels we can bring out with respect to yesterday's movement. So we will first mark out the zones first. So I'll just start with the pivot line and everything. So Nifty's today's pivot line lies at 25,950. So yesterday it was kind of near to 26,000. So it is 950 now, 30 points below than yesterday's level 25. Pivot point is at 25 930 940 we can 936 it is. So with respect to this, support one lies at 25,770. This is where the first support comes in, and S2 is at 25,640. 25,640 will be the second support, and third support will be at 25,470. 25,470. So we'll mark the resistance as well. Resistance 1 lies at 26,080. This is the first resistance point, and R2 will be at 26,250. 240 we can mark. 26,240 will be the second resistance, and on third resistance will be at 26,380. So these are the three support and resistance level with respect to our pivot line, pivot point, which is at 25,940. Let's mark this out quickly. 25,940 will be the pivot line, and R1 will be at 26,080, 10 point less than yesterday. This will be our R1. So we'll mark the zones also out. 25,770. So this will be the zone. 25,000. That's support 19 R180. It's broader range for the day. So there's some minor mistake. Wait one. We'll mark the bearish zone 20. Bearish zone starts at support 19, support to 25,770 by 25,640. Then for the bullish side, we can mark it at R2 and R3, which will be at 26,240 to 380. It will be 26,240 to 380. So with respect to the pivot point which we have marked today, these are the zones and levels. So we have already marked the pivot line and R1 and everything. So here you can see similar to yesterday, no, not exactly similar to yesterday. So the market is trading below this particular pivot line for the day. So as long as it is below this particular pivot line, then definitely I expect a bearish sentiments in the market. So any movement above this and sustaining above this particular pivot line level, then definitely we can go for the bullish continuation or the bullish sentiment. So overall, if you see, the market is in a bullish sentiments, but this is a slight weakness which we face near to our particular 26,000 psychological level. So you can clearly see that many times, so multiple times from 26,000 it have rejected back. So reversal was seen multiple times here and here. You can see after 26,000 it couldn't sustain much above 26,000 level. So here also if you see, it came nearly marked a high up to 26,000. Then here also you can see that it sustained above, but on the next day it again rejected from that particular day. So if a rejection is possibly seen over this particular level, so as long as this stays, it will oscillate in between these levels. So these are the zones and levels for Nifty 50 today. So we will have a quick look at Bank Nifty also. We will get a pre-market update within 2 minutes. We will see that as well. So then we will come back to this RSI part, how it's gonna behave. So we will move on to the Bank Nifty side. So these were the levels for Bank Nifty yesterday. So Bank Nifty test our R1 yesterday. So we will mark today's level for that. So Bank Nifty, the pivot point lies at 58,940. 58,940 is where the today's pivot point lies. 58,940 will be the pivot line for today. Support one is at 58,000, 58,770, same. It is 65, we round it off to 770. Support 2 lies at 58,630. And support 3 lies at 58,460. 58,460, it is where the support lies. Third support lies. And R1 is at 59,070. And R2 lies at 59,240. And R3 lies at 59,380. So these are the levels for Bank Nifty for the day. We'll only mark this pivot line. We will check if the with respect to the movement happening today, 58,940, and R1 is at 59,070. So yesterday it was 100. 59,070 will be today's R resistance 1, and first key support will be at 58,770. So these are the levels with respect to Bank Nifty for the day. So we got the pre-market opening also. It is opening below this pivot line level. So as long as it is below, we can plan a trade to the downside. Where with respect to the pivot point, it opened below. The pre-market opening is clearly seen here is below our pivot line level. So if this is sustaining below, as long as it is below this particular level, then definitely we can plan trade to our support 1 followed by our support 2 and 3 if the volume sustains. So you should always confirm your breakout or breakdown or movement or a direction with respect to the volume in the that particular time or in the market. So volume gives a proper confirmation in the direction. So these are the three support and resistance level with respect to our pivot point, which is at 58,940. So you can plan your trade from this particular point with respect to the support and resistance level, and wherever the market opens and it sustains above this level, then you can plan for a bullish trade, and if it is below this level, then definitely you can plan for the bearish side trades. So we will have a look at Sensex level as well. So with respect to Sensex, it exactly mirrored Nifty yesterday. So we will have the levels for Sensex as well. For Sensex, the PP lies at 84,760. This is where Sensex pivot line lies. So with respect to this, support one is at 84,490. 84,490 is a support one for Sensex. Support two lies at 84,300. And support 3 lies at 84,040 will be support 3, and resistance part when you come 84,950 with the resistance 1, and R2 will be at 85,220, 85,220, and R3 will be at 84,000, 85,400. So these are the levels with respect to Sensex. So the pivot lies at 84,760. So it's below yesterday's level 760, and the resistance one is at 84,950. The support one is at 84,000, 84,490. So here it is 85 mentioned. Support one is at 84. So these are the levels for Sensex part. So if you see that these are the liquidity zones, so I'll explain it in Nifty. So you'll have where Nifty is also opening. So Nifty is also opening flat for the day. So it is opening below our particular pivot line level. If you see, so these are also the liquidity zones. So this is for 5 minutes and 15 minutes I have marked. If you see yesterday, it took both the liquidity zones. So yesterday the opening, this zone was also retested and reclaimed by Nifty after the second in the second session. So you can see a proper breakout from here was there. So as it is opening below our pivot line, you can, if it is sustaining below this particular pivot line, then definitely we can plan for a bearish trades in the market. On the put side, we can take trades with respect to our pivot line. So if it is opening, if we can clearly see that it is opening below our pivot line, and if it is sustaining below this level, or if it is breaking this yesterday's low, then definitely a bearish start will be seen in the market. So we will have a quick look at FIA's data as well. So, so yesterday the similar trend continues. So rather than yesterday we had a both FIA and DAA were positive yesterday. So here if you see for today, for yesterday the 1,300 was turned up by FIA, and nearly DIA added up 2,400 level. And if you see with respect to the FIA's FNO data, so it is net bearish only. So we will be cautious for the morning. So wherever the market opens, we will wait for a particular 5 to 15 minutes, and we will mark that particular range for the 15 minutes. And if it is higher, we can trade on a range bound basis. See, Yesterday we had a scenario where we had a proper bigger range. So if you see that the market opened here and the first 15-minute range was nearly 100 points range. So either you can trade a range bound trade, or if a proper breakout, we can wait for that proper breakout and a confirmation candle. So here if you see, we have planned a trade in a way where we marked a 15 minutes range here. So I'll quickly mark it. We have marked the range, the market opened and it dropped suddenly. So here you can see it opened with respect to, and it is keep on dropping today. So with respect to this range, which I say, we can properly mark the first 15 minutes range. Either we can have a trade on the range bound basis, or we can properly trade the breakout or breakdown of this particular trade. So we had a trade entry opportunity over here, from here to our pivot line level. So this will be the confirmation candle and retracement candle, and then again a proper breakout here. So we planned a trade over here on 5 minutes chart. So here if you see yesterday's range, so we had a plan to take an entry over here up to our yesterday. Our pivot line was over here, we traded. For on the buying side, we have taken an entry over here with respect to the range marked on the 15-minute range. So you can possibly wait for that, or either you can trade the range bound market, or you can trade on the breakout side with respect to all these level which we have marked today. So this level can be utilized as a reversal point or a rejection point. You can plan your trade accordingly. So that's all for today. I wish everyone a good day and a good trading day. Everyone properly manage your risk and well. And that's all for today. And thank you guys. Oh, good morning. I wish everyone a good trading day. Good morning, Jagan. Bye, Appu. Bye, Chandraveer. Good morning, everyone. And I wish everyone a good trading day. Thank you guys. That's all for.